Welcome, welcome. And if you haven't guessed by now, by the title of the video, you are looking at just over $10,000 Canadian of wonderful Nikon FX full frame lenses. Now, all of these lenses, except for the 60mm micro you see, were purchased on the used market locally over the last 6 months or so, as I could not help but notice people dumping their DSLR camera bodies and FX lenses to upgrade to mirrorless cameras and mirrorless lenses. Now, almost everybody I've talked to and asked them the reason for selling has stated mostly that they have upgraded to mirrorless, and in the odd case, someone has said that they just weren't really using their camera and their lens. They use their phone most of the time. So, as they say, one man's garbage is another man's treasure, and I am happy to say that you are looking at all these lenses that I have managed to put into my possession and my wonderful collection for under $3,000 Canadian, which may seem like a lot of money to invest in a hobby, but anybody who's doing photography out there knows darn well that what you're looking at and the price I'm telling you I paid is absolutely a steal. At the same time, I've been able to pick up several Nikon D700s and even joined the Facebook group Nikon D700 The Legend, as well as a D750 and a D800, all wonderful cameras that work just great with these lenses. And I really could not be happier. As you see, I've got 3 of the 50mm versions, and then what I believe is a good selection of lenses that cover the focal range that I need, well, actually that anybody would need, including some wonderful prime lenses and of course some great zoom lenses. Now, I'm mostly interested in landscape and architecture photography. We've got some wonderful buildings in the old Exchange District here in town, and living in Canada, it's not far to drive for some spectacular sunsets, and even up 45 minutes away is the Whiteshell Provincial Park, where the rocky Canadian Shield offers amazing landscape photography opportunities. And I entirely intend to take advantage of that this summer. For now, I'm kind of stuck indoors as -40 weather has descended upon us here, even though it's February. And I've been experimenting with macro photography, which is a real blast. A friend of mine has many miniature figures, which he's allowed me to borrow. And I've just been having a blast experimenting with lighting and manual mode and aperture and focus and all that stuff. I'm really a noob when it comes to photography, I must admit. I really am. I rely a lot on the advice of people and guidance of people in my Facebook groups and YouTube videos, which is just an endless resource for knowledge and photography tips and guiding me through my photography journey. I think I'm getting better. I certainly cannot blame my equipment, as you can see, because I would guess that many people would say, if you can't take good photos with those lenses, man, you need to go back to school. But the truth is, I'm going to school every day on YouTube and photography groups, trying to learn as much as I can. And I found the most important factor in learning is just to keep shooting pictures, keep trying. I also have a Nikon Coolpix 900 that you don't see here, which I take out when I'm just going out for a quick shoot, and it works wonderful for the moon and other presets. And of course, it's a point-and shoot and not exactly what you would call a professional camera. But I just thought it would be great to share with you my Nikon lens collection. And I guess I'm bragging a bit, but I'm actually astounded that when I sat down the other day and added up the value retail new of these lenses, took a sort of general average. I didn't quote the highest prices, but certainly top dollar for these lenses was represented in the places I searched, and I added it all up, and what you see in front of you is well over $10,000 retail, excluding the tax. of wonderful Nikon lenses. Quite a collection, I think, and if I was going to add anything to this, I would like to add a ultra wide angle, perhaps the 14 to 24, but I just can't justify spending that much money on it to gain an extra width of 4 millimeters. Although I've seen the examples on the internet, and man, it really is a wonderful landscape lens. Maybe I'll find one used, but for now, I haven't been able to. Eventually, someone will get bored of theirs and sell it for what I consider a reasonable price. But I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you've enjoyed my rambling and gazing upon these wonderful examples of Nikon lenses. They certainly all are wonderful. They've all been tested and put them on my Nikon D700, D750, D800. I tried them on all three of those bodies, and the results were just spectacular. I was not disappointed in any way whatsoever. So there you have it. I'm going to wrap it up now. And to all you photographer and photography enthusiasts out there, all I can say is keep having fun and keep shooting. Later.